Anonymous Watch Guy here with a full review video. Quick wrist check. Wearing the Vostok Pamphibia today. Really awesome watch. Today we are doing the full review treatment for the Accutron DNA Casino. Limited edition that I picked up here in the not too distant past. This is a really funky and interesting watch. Lots of cool stuff going on with the movement on this one. Of course, Accutron is known for their history of tech-filled watches with their tuning fork movement from the 1960s. This particular movement came out about 4 years ago, and it's featured in several different watches in their lineup now. They do have a DNA model that is not limited in a couple different colors. It's kind of their most futuristic design watch, and this one is kind of wild from even a case shape and design point. So it is a larger watch. This one isn't small. It is 45 millimeters across. It doesn't really have lugs. It's kind of a lugless design. The strap is attached kind of an interesting way. We'll take a look at that. But at the very top of the strap, it's 25 millimeters. It does taper down. I don't have a measurement on the thickness down here at the deployment. Let's get that real quick. It's about 19. So it tapers from 25 to 19. So it does taper down. Really nice, comfortable kind of silicone rubber strap on this bad boy. Being again that it's kind of lugless. Doesn't really have a lug-to-lug measurement, I guess, kind of. If you go all the way out here, it is 52.6. So again, 45, almost 53, not small. Also, you've got a push-pull crown here at the 3 o'clock position that is signed with your tuning fork logo and that nice green color on this one as well, matching the dial and the strap. 50 meters water resistance on this watch. I would not want to get this one anywhere near anything resembling water. Don't know how this movement would handle that. I wouldn't get this watch wet. Website says it's 15.5 millimeters thick. I measured 16.2 on my calipers. It is a chunky boy, and you see that huge, just boxed, domed sapphire crystal on top of this watch. Crazy sapphire crystal on this watch. Don't know that it has any AR. The website doesn't say that it does. It appears that it doesn't have much AR if it does, because you've got a lot of reflections on the crystal on this watch. But very, very interesting looking watch. It is 316L stainless steel. It just says on the website that it has a gray coating. That's what it refers it to. So it's got a kind of a PVD or DLC coating that gives it this dark gray look. Again, these DNA Casinos, the limited edition versions, come in different colors. There's an orange, a red, this green, a blue. This is number 4. No, this is number, what is this? Yeah, right down here. Number 4, if I can get the focus again. 4 of 100. Yep, number 4 of 100. So only 100 of this particular colorway. But this electrostatic movement in this watch is really, really interesting. You've got almost like a transparent sapphire dial. I don't know if it is sapphire, but really like that green, transparent, translucent dial. The finishing on the bridge work on this movement is really nice. You've got some kind of vertical brushing. You've got your applied Accutron logo over there. That's very well done. Really reflects the light well. Accutron printed on over there beneath, right there about the 3 o'clock position. But really interesting light play on these. Looks really good. You get a high polished handset. This does feature some lume. There are some lume plots out here at each one of your indices, at your hour markers, and there is some lume on the hour and minute hand. So this electrostatic movement, kind of basically how it works, I don't know that I have a full understanding of it, but you have two turbines down here that turn very quickly, powered by movement. You can see when I move how fast those spin. And those accumulate, they generate basically static electricity, and that is then stored in the battery, the accumulator, in this watch. And that powers two motors. The first motor you see up here spinning away drives your second hand, and that second hand has a smooth sweep. Almost like a Grand Seiko spring drive. That bad boy just has a constant, smooth sweep. It's kind of mesmerizing. Your counterbalance has the Accutron logo on it as well. Very cool. The second motor is a step motor that powers the minute and the hour hand. This also does have an oscillating weight on the back of this movement, kind of like an automatic watch, or even like a Seiko kinetic movement that's powered again by motion. I don't know if you can hear it, but if you move the watch a certain way, you do get some rotor noise from that rotor on the back of the movement. So those two ways generate power. Again, you can see as I move the watch around, these two motors spinning super fast. And that is generating juice to power those turbines, I should say, to power this motor up here that runs the second hand and your motor that runs the minute and hour hand. Accutron says this watch comes juiced up with 2 years worth of juice when you buy it. It does have a power saving mode. If I would set it down and let it sit for about 5 minutes, the seconds hand will stop moving. It'll go into to almost like a chronograph, stop at the 12 o'clock position until you start it up again by moving. If you don't wear the watch, I think it's for 10 days, it will go into power saving mode where the hour and minute hand will return to the 12 o'clock position. And it goes almost like and they won't move, almost like pulling out the crown. So that is basically how this movement works. It is really cool. It's wild. It's crazy. It's interesting. It's cool to look at. You could sit here and kind of watch it do its thing all day long and not get bored with it. At least I don't. But really, really cool watch. Definitely something that's just way different than anything else out there. And really interesting. The build quality on this is definitely premium. It feels premium. The overall finishing of the watch looks really good, in my opinion. It is quite hefty. This is a chunky watch, and it has some weight to it as well. I mean, it feels heavy. It's not uncomfortable on wrist, but it does have some heft to it. Really nice silicone rubber strap. You do have 2 floating keepers. You've got an Accutron signed butterfly deployant. That's in that same kind of gray PVD color. The strap is affixed to the case with screws. And on the back, you can see there it says Electrostatic Accutron DNA caliber NS30. Limited edition, number 4 of 100. Sapphire crystal, stainless steel. Some other specs going around the back there as well. These do carry a hefty price tag, brand new. These are $3,500 US. I did not pay anywhere near that for this watch. I got a killer deal on it. My recommendation would be trying to find one pre-owned or for a good discount off retail. I would imagine these are kind of niche watches, and they sit on shelves a little bit. If you approached an AD about a potential discount. If you were interested in one of these, I'm sure you could probably score one. But just a really cool looking watch. Love the color. Again, love the finishing work on that dial. And just the movement is just so cool itself. Let's take a look at the lume on the watch, and then we'll take a look at it on my 7.5-inch wrist. There you can see the watch does carry some lume. You've got a lume plot out there at each one of your indices. Kind of a nice C3 green glow. Some lume on the handset. It would be legible, somewhat in the dark. But lume isn't what this watch is going for. It is a statement piece. Accutron calls this a conversation piece, not just a timepiece. Lume is okay, but again, that's not what this watch is up to. Here's the watch on my 7.5-inch wrist. Again, it is a larger watch at 45 by almost 53. There's your down the barrel shot. You can see it is not too large for me. It gives you a lot of wrist presence. Looks great on wrist. Again, that gorgeous kind of emerald green dial. The finish work on those bridges with the movement you can see there. Looks really, really good. That movement spinning away, really cool to watch. Just a really cool watch, something that's different, unique, you don't see every day. The Accutron DNA Casino Limited Edition. If you liked the video, give me a like, maybe subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.